Hey guys, Scott Hylton here, Scott Talks. Today we're going to talk about senior fitness tips and YouTube fitness videos. Now, there are a lot of videos out there about people that aren't experts, and I'm no great expert either. I'll tell you that right now. And I'll disclaim and say, look, see your doctor, see if you're fit enough to do anything. Make sure you don't have osteoporosis to do some things that you're jumping around and all of a sudden you break a hip bone or dislocate something. You want to be safe and sure when you're doing senior fitness. There are wonderful sites that will tell you, we're senior, you should probably try this. There's the reverse lunge is better than the forward lunge for seniors. There are all sorts of things. When you're adding weight, you need a little weight. It helps, but if you're just getting started, let's just see if you can do it first. See if you can do a squat and get back up. Hold them to the counter or hold them to a bar or a pole, something that's solid. You can get a grip around if you got the grip strength. If you can hang from something. When I was a kid, we'd hang from the door frame just for the fun of it in the house. And I grabbed our door frame in our house and I just gave it just a little grab and a pull. You could hear crack. I said, that cheap stuff they're building with today, it would just rip right out of the wall. And I saw something online about grabbing a door frame, and I was like, not new houses, not these houses. You got to be kidding. You can't grab anything like that. You got to have something solid. And if you have a fitness center in you, there's probably some kind of machine that you can grab onto and do a dead hang just to kind of stretch your back out. You just hang there for 30 seconds if you can hang on. And you don't have to be high off the ground. You can actually be standing on like a bench. You can be standing on the floor and just hang and just kind of make sure slowly let up some weight, but make sure you're still standing there. And if you want to stretch your back out a little bit, give it a try. When people on YouTube tell you, well, I want you to do this 10 times, rest for 30 seconds, and then do it 10 more times. We're going to do it 3 times, 3 different sets. And then you can slowly build up to the other thing later. And you're like, you're just trying to get a little fitness in. You're getting older. And you're like, really? And then they'll warn you, well, if you get any aches or pains. How you doing? Oh, that's a nice e-bike. It is zipping around. Out zipping me. There we go. There we go. Here she comes. There you go. How you doing? Yay! She threw her arms up in the air. Had her e-bike, man, they're going. They're at it. That's what I mean. Just get out there and do something. But if you, as a senior, you've got to be really, how you doing? Extra careful with trying not to hurt yourself. I mean, I got those, those grippy things that you squeeze with the spring, and I was doing that. I felt something in my wrist. I just stopped. I just put it down. I went, well, that's it for that for a week or two. And that's what you got to do. As a senior, you got to be careful not to hurt yourself. If it says to keep your back straight, doing an exercise, keep your back straight. Most of them tell you don't twist left and right when you're doing stuff with weights, because that could just really mess things up. You just want to stay straight, do what little exercise you can. They say push-ups, you do modified senior push-ups. You get on a counter and kind of lean in and push in, out, elbows back like this, not out like this, and just slowly see if you can do 1 or 2. If you can, great. There's no, let's do 10, and you can build up from there. And you're like, no, I'm not building up from there. For senior, you're like, if I make it to 3, we're good. And stop, you're not doing 3 sets. You're getting started, man. You come back to it in a day or a couple of days. You gotta have recovery time when you're a senior. Absolutely recovery time. You gotta have a few days. You gotta write it on your little notes. If you see YouTube videos with little exercises, keep them balanced. And what I mean by like that is, I saw one was a suitcase carry, and they want you to get your shoulders back, stand straight and walk, and you got a heavy weight in one arm. like carrying a suitcase. And some people say that's the way to go, and others say that's bad for your back because you got too much weight on one side, especially as you get older. Mess your back up. Your back's already messed up. The little spongy stuff between our bones and our spine that's why we're shrinking. It's getting compressed and thinner. That's why you get like that. So you want to guard your back. So you don't want to do the suitcase carry. You can do the farmer's carry where you pick two things up, but then you got to squat down straight and keep your back, lift with your legs. You got to be able to do that, or you keep it on a shelf. Some heavy milk jugs full of water or something, just something to give you a little weight and pull your head back, and you walk nice and straight. No twisting, no turning, and it's just it's called the farmer's carry, and you don't get, whatever their formula was, 10-20% of your body weight. That's ideal to carry. No, just a little weight to give those bones a little resistance, and you go back and forth the way they say, or until you feel tired or something hurts. If anything happens, that's it. You're through with that. Any pain, you're through for a week. All right, here we go. All righty. So take a week off. Take a week to do 2 weeks off. Some of you are going to work upper body, lower body. Some of you are going to mix it, spread it out. I've got little routines. I try to do some things that you say lay on your back. I try to do a little bit of it in the bed, but I know the beds get if it's too squishy, it's going to be hard to get your back and pelvis straight when you're lifting up in the air. There's a stretch to help with urinary tract flow. You need that when you get older. Kind of spreading your legs and pushing slightly. No pain, just kind of, and hold it like 30 seconds. And rest. And it says, if you repeat it. If you don't, I got a little stretchy and I think I did all right. That's good enough. Get something done. Because in a month, you'll be doing more push-ups. You'll be doing more squats. You'll feel more confident. There's an exercise, if you can't do the dead hang, because I can't find anything in the house that's stable enough to do a dead hang on that I'm not worried about falling or breaking. But I found a site where they did the hang where you hang on to something forward, like a counter. And the counter's not great because your hands can slip loose. It's better to have some kind of pole or something you can grab onto, or a pole this way you can grab onto. There's a no parking sign. It's got a pole on it. But what you do is you just kind of bend down, push your butt back, straighten your back, hang on. Yeah, it's kind of like this, and your butt kind of pushes back, and you stretch it that way, and for about 30 seconds. It's kind of like a dead hang, and it kind of relaxes the back. A lot of stretching exercises. Take it slow, return to your old position slow. Just take it easy and write it down. You got notes in your phone. Make yourself a routine for one day. In the morning, you get up, do a few things. Then you can reward yourself with some breakfast. Or do something like that. No breakfast before you do your exercise. And then you put on a little, they say it's good to add protein. Like if you're on plant-based protein, your doctor says cut back on animal-based protein. No salt, we know that. No sugars, yeah, cut back on that best you can. And just, no caffeine, so you get the decaf. But then my doctor told me, well, there's some caffeine in that. I was like, really? So you got to just cut back to live. It's not about enjoying the food, getting that salt, and going, boy, this is good. Boy, that butter is really good. You get the olive oil butter, and not with the salt added. And you don't get sea salt because it's got minerals in it, and it's a little better for you than the regular salt. It's salt. Don't do that. So just get yourself a little routine, 3 different groups. That way you spread it out just a little bit of exercises. Or when you get in bed, maybe you could do a little stretch. Kind of get your knees bent in bed, kind of bent like that, and then just kind of pull slightly on the knee and spread it out for about 30 seconds. Get a little tension, no hurt, no pain. Just kind of give it a little and hold it for 30 seconds, and then and that's supposed to help with urinary tract flow and control, and I'm like, okay, that sounds like a winner. That's something I might need later in life. Don't need any, it depends yet, so you want to prepare for stuff like this. You hear the stories. So, but I'm doing more squats now than I used to be able to do, and I can do them a little faster. Although I don't recommend doing fast squats because you've probably hurt yourself in the last two and you didn't realize it. Sometimes it's better to do it slow and go, yeah, I'm good. Instead of the 10, you just do it. It starts feeling a little uncomfortable. You're like, okay. You want to add a little weight. There's little baby barbells my wife had at the house, and I'm like, what are these for? These are nothing. I put them in my pocket. It weighs me down a little bit because I wear shorts, kind of like, gym shorts stuff. They got pockets. I can put my phone in it. I like walking. They're my night shorts. They're my PJs. T-shirt. I can go get the mail. A lot of times I'll wear just a nice pair of sneakers, is cleaned off real good. And we're not, we don't wear our outdoor shoes inside the house. But I did get slippers for a gift, and I'm supposed to wear those. You know how it is, guys. You got to wear it occasionally. Keep the wife happy. But occasionally you rotate it out, and you got your nice shoes that are probably breathable, and just a nice little pair of sneaks. Then you've scrubbed the bottoms nice and clean, and you don't go outside with them. But if you did walk down the driveway to get the trash can and not tell your wife, you could do it. You wouldn't look funny with your slippers on. So I like walking around the house with my little shoes tied loose so I can slip them on like a slipper and flop them around. And watching TV, I'll take them off. Chill. It's okay. We got these hardwood floors, and of course, if you have a rug there, those rugs are good for putting your feet on when you take your shoes off. I said, that's what they're for. Women just, I don't want carpet. Okay, I don't want carpet. I want tile. I want hardwood floors. And you're like, you put your bare feet on them, you're like, yeah, look cool. The hardwood floor type things are not bad. The tiles are definitely cold. Or you can stand on your shoes, but then you still get if your foot's getting a little sweaty or something. Or you can have a pair of socks on underneath. Whatever, doesn't matter. Then you scrub those shoes out, spin them in the washer, and put them out to dry in the sun. Maybe give them a little hair dryer, not too much heat, because the glue that holds the sole in will mess up. But if you can pull that sole out and hang it out to dry, that's good too. Hang it where the south end of the house hits it. That way it's constantly getting light and sun. We got off subject a little bit. But basically when watching YouTube videos, edit them down in your mind as you're making your list of, I'm gonna do this exercise Monday morning, next exercise Tuesday morning, or when you have time, whenever your day permits. But if you get up a little early, I'm not saying get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning like The Rock and just work out all day, then get some, he probably gets some breakfast and has his assistants there taking care of him. But just, get up a little early, clean the kitchen up for your wife, make her happy, get some things done. I feed the cat, clean the litter box. Sometimes I even go in the guest room. I have a stash of toothbrushes, toothpaste, electric razor. I'll shave and brush my teeth. Then I'll go back to bed and crash. When I get up, I'm ready to eat, unless I've got up early enough after doing a few exercises to eat. Maybe you can take off on Sunday or have a day off in the week in which you have to do some yard work. Say that I'm not exercising that day, I gotta bend over and do stuff. That is exercise. I gotta recover from that. I know some of you have been outside pulling weeds and your wife's like, there's more weeds. And you're like, really? Damn. And you're pulling and throwing the weeds in a bucket and walking the bucket over to wherever you throw your debris. Yeah. Got gloves on, you got a little pad to kneel on, keep it's not as bad, but it's tough, man. That's tough work. Or some of you still mow grass and stuff like that. That's exercise, man. It's a little bit. You get out and walk, just walk. Enjoy yourself. Stay close to the house. Zip around the neighborhood. Do 2 blocks. Do a block to start if you can. If you feel tired or you got to get up, you got to go to the bathroom or anything, or you just feel it. Just cut through someone's yard to the back of your house and soon you're home. That's the trick, man. then do another lap. And you know, if you keep track of that stuff, you know, when you're riding your bike, I don't ride like a cyclist with a bike computer and go 20 miles and keep track of workouts, but I do sometimes will set it on my watch just to see if I can remember to do it. And I know the Apple does a good job of keeping track of it anyway. It knows when you're riding a bike, and they know when you're walking. And it does a good job of check the health app. It'll say how many steps you've taken. And you get pedometer apps, and they'll tell you how many steps, because you say, sync with my health data. Okay, keep track of me, man. And I know I'll get more emails, but hey, more, you know, more ads. But they're tracking you anyway. It don't matter. But just enjoy it. Do a little bit. I'm taking a turn. People everywhere. Starting to show up I'm sneaking around the back of the buildings. Lots of time to talk to you guys. No traffic really, but there are people showing up. They look at you funny. Oh, we're near the Trek store where I got my bike. Looks like somebody's looking at a nice orange one. I'm gonna have to go check that out. But you know, if you walk, enjoy it. If you ride a bike, enjoy it. You don't have to keep track. You don't have to go for super records. You know, just do a bike ride day. Ride around. You got a club, country club, or a little pool or something, go check it out. I'll put my earbuds on and watch a YouTube video. Enjoy myself. You ride to McDonald's, find something cheap on the deals part of the app in the menu, get the app, find a deal, and sit there and get something real cheap. And just nibble on something, because it's tough to find something healthy, but have your bottled water that you keep on your bike rack, that's free. And you paid for something cheap. So you can sit down for a while, get your little bag left out. Then you go to the bathroom, you jump on your bike, and you start heading home. Or if you're walking, just walk. Get your routine down. You don't have to go far. You don't have to do it every day, every other day. You skip and do bike a day. Or some of you have those rowing machines. You could do that. If you've seen the show Lessons in Chemistry, Brie Larson's character is on the rowing machine, just I'm like, damn. And you've seen it in House of Cards. That he had the rowing machine, just going at it, man. It'd kill us, right? You watch him like, yeah, I ain't doing that no more. Unless the doctor tells me you need to do this, or you're gonna die. And then you're like, okay, I'll do it that way. Tell me all about it. If I feel like I'm gonna die, I'm gonna stop. But sometimes you guys just don't know. But yeah, be healthy, be smart, take it slow, get you about 3 little different groups of exercises or 4. Maybe I like to do some squats and counter push-ups on odd days, and on even days I've got my different groups of exercises. And I haven't listed them yet as upper body or lower body or chair exercises. Chair exercises are good. You lift you hang on to the chair, you pull both legs up. I can't do it on this video, but pull legs up kind of towards your chest, and maybe a little to the left and right if you think it'll be all right. And that'll wear you out. And I'm like, oh, well, then that's exercise. But resistance is having weight added to some of that. That's why I put the little weight in my pocket right now. I mean, people that walk, there are such things as weighted vests you could wear. You could just you see people walking with weights in their hands, and that's it. You got to have a little weight. You got to touch of stress on those bones, because it'll get those bones and put a little wear and tear on the bones, and they need a little time to recover. But when they recover stronger. And you need to see your doctor. Do you need vitamin D and calcium to help with the bones? Do you need some B12 to give you a little energy? You know, that's what blood works for. They go in, they say, we got to do some blood. They say, take it, buddy. Take it, let's look it up. And then you find out, and then you get urine samples. And then you ask about something you saw on YouTube, and they look at this stuff. Well, I have to do another test. And you're like, okay. Do the other test and find out where you're at. What do you got to do? Do some walking and cycling so you can cut back. They said my numbers were better than they had been. What I was doing, I said I was riding my bike a lot. He said, well, you keep riding that bike. And my wife complains when I go out, because I leave her at home alone at the house. And I'm like, what? You don't want me to get sick again? Oh, that's crazy. But you know, that's what you gotta do, guys. You can't say it like that. Okay, you know that, right? You know I'm kidding. You can't say it that way. You gotta be nice and say, I'll be right back. You want me to pick anything up at the store? That's why I've got a little milk crate on the back of this rack. Zip tied down with a bunch of zip ties, and thick zip ties. And I've got a little igloo cooler. I can get milk in that cooler. I know I can because I bought the cooler at the store as I bought the milk, just to prove I could do it and prove it would fit. I'm trying to remember if I actually bought the milk that day and went home and got an ice square that we have, those things that freeze, you know, little bricks of ice, and then threw one in. And I put a little bubble wrap at the bottom of it so it wouldn't bounce so hard. And my wife likes yogurts. At Target, they have a non-dairy, so lactose free. She has to have that. And it's WEOUI, I think it's spelled. They have a little mango at the bottom, because every time I get a vanilla yogurt, I'm like, it's not good. Of course, I get the coconut-based yogurt, So Delicious, I think it's the brand. And the vanilla is, but the other flavors are pretty good. So I'll get that as yogurt. That'll be my yogurt. And I think I can occasionally have a regular yogurt, but she has to take a lactose pill to play with any of that stuff. So we try to stay away from that. We get the coconut milk's the best for the health, but she doesn't like it because it's watery. So we get the almond coconut blend by Califia, and that's what I've tested out. My igloo cooler, little baby igloo cooler, Walmart Marketplace, a little red one with a white top, flips up, goes into my milk crate. Got a real solid milk crate from Amazon. Didn't get the cheap one from the office store or Target. And it's good. I can get that brick in there, get the milk in there, get a couple things, ride to the store, pick it up, and come home. It's about a 1.5 mile ride. It's not bad. Today I'm on Cortez, which is like 3.5 miles, 3 or so miles away. Where am I? I'm still riding. Oh, I've only gone 2.36 miles. I've been riding in circles. Well, that's from when I left somewhere. That's not from home. Sorry. I've been riding around the back of this parking lot, got 2.36 miles. How's that? That's how you get exercise. No cars around. You want new cars? Just ride around behind a business over and over. That's all I've been doing behind these stores. Over and over, back and forth. Talking to you guys. Got 2.36 miles, 2.40 miles. Average speed 5.9 miles per hour. That's slow, but it's actually, you know, my legs are going. I go by a track again, see what they're doing. Maybe. I'm trying to remember if there's a place to lock a bike up there. I don't think there is. I could find something, but you know, ironic, isn't it? But be smart, be safe. Enjoy the YouTube videos with their advice for seniors, and you know, the ones that say they're doctors, that helps. How you doing? But take it with a grain of salt. Know your body. Know if you start getting a little resistance, you can do the resistance maybe later. For starting out, just make your list of exercises and how to do them. You're on your back, are you standing? Stand straight. You know, they'll tell you notes. Just take down notes. Mine's kind of alphabetized and broken into 3 parts for my 3 days. And then odd days, modified push-up on the counter and some squats. Sometimes I'll jump rope. So it worries me a little. I'm afraid I'll crack a hip or something. So I try to stay on a mat, soft, cushiony. Those new slippers are padded real good. They would be good for just jumping rope. I just do it until my heart starts racing a little bit. I don't try to do it 100 times. Oh my gosh, I'd be dead. Have a heart attack right there. I just do it, get a little, because you just suck at the beginning. I mean, really suck. Oh, and the PVC jump rope's a good way to start. Or the beaded one they say is pretty good. I've got that. I hadn't had one of those since I was a kid. But they say they're good because they keep control. The speed ropes are not good for beginners. I've got one of those, but I've done some quick jumps on it. And my wife's like, wow, that was quick. And I was like, yeah. Don't tell her it's got ball bearings and stuff to help make it go faster. But PVC rope's pretty good. You just keep them straight. You hang them up on the hook if you have to. If it comes out all wrinkly when the packaging. You can always get some water and boil it and turn it off and dip it in there for a minute, get it warm, kind of like you do one of the mouth guards when you're playing sports. You know, you warmed it up and you fit it to get it right in the shape and let it cool off. When it's a little starting to cool, just where you get it in your mouth. It's the same thing, it's kind of, it's PVC, so you gotta get it and straighten it out. And then it'll be great. And I give mine a little pull, straight step on it and give it a little pull. And they say the general rule with the jump rope is if you're a beginner, from end to end, the handle to handle, plus your height, plus 3 feet. That's how long you're gonna make it. There's a way to adjust it inside and have even if the string's hanging out on both ends, that's all right. And then when you get better, you make it 2 feet higher than your height. And when you're really good, Olympic level good, you make it 1 foot higher than your height. It's really coming across your head, tight. But for us, yeah, it's just 3 feet higher from end to end, from bottom of handle, top of handle, and 3 feet. That should do it, because they come about 9 or 10 feet right away, the ropes. So you just measure it out, do the math, clamp the end, check your measurement again. I have a table, a workbench in the garage that already have the marks, 1 foot, 1.5 foot, 2 foot, 2 foot. I already have it, so I can just go, and I'm done, I've measured it. So you do you, be safe. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you learned anything. Have a great day. Stay safe. Be smart. Do you. Not with everyone on YouTube suggests, all right? Just modify it to your own thing. Thank you.